Hello, I'm Zach Yuson, and this is your 6 p.m. wrap.
President Rodrigo Duterte secures a multi-billion peso loan and a multi-million peso grant to beef up the Philippine Coast Guard during his official visit to Japan. The Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, agrees to loan the Philippines 6.8 billion pesos to buy two 94-meter large-scale patrol vessels. This is on top of Japan's commitment to hand over 10 40-meter patrol vessels to the Philippines. Duterte also says he's open to joint maritime exercises with Japan, even as he's pushing to scrap a military deal with the United States. He says, quote, "Yes, within our territorial waters, but not the sea itself. But if they want, there's no problem. I do not think China would stop us, just going there and making a cruise." The House Minority Bloc wants Senator Laila de Lima charged for plunder, bribery, and illegal drugs. A House Justice Committee report earlier didn't recommend filing charges against de Lima for supposedly being involved in the new Bilibid prison drug trade. The Minority Bloc, led by House Minority Leader Danilo Suarez, says de Lima should be charged with violating the following: the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees, and the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. It also says the committee's failure to recommend de Lima's prosecution is, quote, essentially putting weeks of hearings to waste. The Philippine government and the National Democratic Front failed to draft a joint ceasefire deal after the deadline passed Wednesday, October 26. Government negotiator Hernani Braganza says it may take another month before a draft is ready for signing, with the panels likely to meet by the end of November or first week of December. Braganza says he's confident the unilateral ceasefires by the military and the New People's Army will hold as they continue. He says, quote, technical details for the bilateral ceasefire agreement are still to be discussed before the signing of an agreement. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte's courtesy call on Japanese Emperor Akihito is cancelled due to the death of Prince Mikasa, the emperor's uncle. Duterte was supposedly told by his protocol officers not to continue with the courtesy call out of respect for the emperor's loss. He says, quote, I'd like to express my deepest condolence. The protocol officer told me that it's better for me not to go there, and I respect that because I would ask the same, maybe request if I were in his shoes. Prince Mikasa was the oldest member of the imperial family at 100. He was the youngest brother of Emperor Akihito's father, Emperor Hirohito. Samsung reports a 30% profit plunge after the highly damaging Galaxy Note 7 recall crisis. Samsung says its third-quarter profits are at $4.6 billion, down from $6.4 billion a year ago. This comes after it killed off its Note 7 tablet due to overheating and the battery bursting into flames.
And that was your 6 p.m. wrap. Watch our updates daily at 12 noon and 6 p.m. I'm Zach Yuson. Remember, tomorrow begins today.